Okay, welcome back to another exciting video on grammar. I love grammar and I hope that you are enjoying it also, or at least learning some good stuff that you didn't know before and becoming comfortable with it. But in the last video, and we're not going to go into a lot of review, but we've already talked about nouns, how to make them plural, how to make them possessive. We've talked about true adjectives, how to use them in the comparative and superlative forms, and also how to sack your adjectives, okay? How to sack them or use them in the correct order, which means that we need to say our adjectives in this order: the size, the age, and the color. And true adjectives need to be said in this general order so that they're used properly. All right, so now we're going to move on. We're moving on to articles. Articles is a special type of adjective, and it's very difficult to they're very difficult to use properly, especially if English is not your first language. So before we go on, though, we're going to learn about two terms: a definite article and an indefinite article. A definite article is the word the, and the indefinite articles are the words a or an. All right, now. And some, and there might be a couple other ones in there also, but we're going to talk about primarily these articles right here. But let's talk about, before we go on, we want to talk about what definite means and indefinite. If you look at the word definite, you're going to see the word define in it. When something is defined, you know what it means, or you know what it is, all right? So if you will look at the word indefinite, in means not, just like the prefix un. So if the prefix indefinite means it's not defined, or you don't know which noun they're talking about, then you would use a or an. And we're going to get into detail on that in the next video, but this video, what we really want to focus on is the pronunciation of the word the. And I know that sounds a little odd, but there are different ways that the sounds. And when we use it properly, I'll give you some very simple rules. When we use it properly, then it's going to sound as either the or the. And there's some rules here that govern the use of the or the. And of course, it's spelled the same. When you use the word the before a noun or an adjective that starts with a consonant, you use the typical pronunciation that we usually use as the. So the team, and I'm not going to write these all down, the bridge, the song, okay, the yellow bridge, anything that starts with a vowel, anything that starts with a consonant letter after the word article the, you say the. It rhymes with duh, okay? Now, this is something that we probably don't use properly, and you're going to hear the difference here, but it's important, and your language is going to sound more sophisticated or more grown up or educated if you use the word the correctly. All right, so that's what we're here to learn. We're here to learn about our language. So this is the pronunciation of the word the when it's in front of a vowel. So if you're talking about the accident, the word the is pronounced the. All right, the accident, the example, the orange. It rhymes with the word see, or it sounds like see. So the accident, the example, the orange, or the orange car. Okay, so anytime the word, the definite article the comes before a word that starts with a vowel, you say it as the. It sounds like e, as in see. Okay, so basically that's it. There's just two ways to pronounce the word the. Now there is another time that the is used as the, and it's when you want to emphasize something, or when you want to put emphasis on the noun that comes after it, okay? And that's, we call it stressed, the stressed syllable. And normally we don't stress the word the, but we do when we want to really draw attention to something. So I'm going to give you that example, and this is not used very commonly. But for example, they give this: the New York Yankees are not just any baseball team, they are the baseball team. Okay, so they really want to draw emphasis to they are the baseball team. So you enunciate the as this one, E, and you put a lot of emphasis on it. And you can see that because they want to put emphasis on it, the word that follows it is a consonant, and usually we say the in front of a consonant, but we say it like we would before a vowel, the baseball team, because we want to really emphasize it. All right. So from now on, we're not going to have to specify the difference between. We're going to pretend like it's unstressed, or we're going to say it normally, like either the or the. Okay, the team or the orange car. All right, or the accident. So we're not going to emphasize it from now on. So what do you do in this exercise? It's actually pretty simple. All you're going to do is you're going to put an X in the right pronunciation. And they use, in the chapter that you read, they use these symbols up here, and I'm going to put it up here so you can see. The one that ends in Y here, they say is the one that rhymes with the word see, and the ones that ends in this little weird symbol is the one that rhymes with duh. Okay, so how would you say the word the? Well, the answer, because that's a vowel, I would put an X there. The test, I'd put an X there because it rhymes with duh. The road, the rhymes with duh. The action, the rhymes with C, so I'd put the X there. Okay, very simple. That's all there is to it. Go ahead and get those done. Remember, if a vowel comes afterwards, and your vowels, of course, are A, E, I, O, and U. If the vowel comes after the article the definite article the, is pronounced as it sounds like the word see. Okay, it has a long E sound. Okay, so if you have questions, please come before school and I will help you out, or before class, or you can watch the video again, or you can read the chapter on your own. It's not that difficult. So good luck, and I will see you in the next video.